toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Knights will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Alabama's offense will have the ball first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all of the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunity.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Looking for a man. It's Shabera. Under fire. Finds his man. It's Armour. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Quarterback on the keeper.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
That's reeled in. It's Armour. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold. Welcome.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. So the UCF Knights offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Knights can really attack on this second and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, a short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
They'll give it to him again.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's McNabb. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Knights want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
And I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Dropping back, it's Shabera. They're trying to put anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. They'll try the toss to the left. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change.
There he goes. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
3rd down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Here's a heat. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Creates a little space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Offense in a split backfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air, it's Shabera. Gets it out fast. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing.
Punch it out of the air. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's McNabb. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Knights will hustle to the line. Going to sling it on second down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw.
Breaks into the open. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got his man downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Knights line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
You're this offense picking up that first down by running it because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
The Knights look to keep this drive humming. Now they'll run it on the toss. Turning it on. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Right back to the well. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage after that big run. The defense answers. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's loose down the left side. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown time. Into a defensive score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 32 over Penn State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on. Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. The Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got his man quickly. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back.
Converts on fourth down, still going. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. The Knights, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The Knights will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the pick. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights!
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Shabera. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they're after him! And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Now on the move. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the... They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver. In different ways, they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Jones. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Shabara. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. Tripped up for the tackle. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Release to the back. Pulls it in. It's Armour. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
When he did get that extra point through, the slippery surface, no problem. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Just keeps slinging it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
They're dealing with a second and long. To throw, it's Shabera. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man across the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. He's got it on the move. He's knocked out of bounds, and he still had a long way to go, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. To the ground. He's got it again. Nice move there. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The Knights moving quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On fourth down, looking to pass. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.